So let's start this video with what gender are you? What gender am I? And discussing this, I'd like to share a story with you, a really deeply profound story. I had an experience, and if you've watched the Christmas Carol, you see the movie, you see that there's a Christmas past, of Christmas future, and Christmas present, as these different spirits, if you will, came and visited Scrooge on this Christmas Eve. He thought he was dying. He thought for sure. And anyway, you know the story if you watch the Christmas Carol. Well, this experience that I had is really similar to the Christmas Carol, except there was no Christmas about it. There was nothing Christmas about it. So what I did is I had an experience where I met this native elder, and somehow I knew this native elder. And this native elder, he took me back to when language was first forming, when humans were first forming language. So I'm taken back to this place where he's showing me where language was first forming. I'm taken back, and it's nighttime, and I'm surrounded by this fire with a bunch of other native people who are basically just wearing loincloths. And this native elder with his long dark hair, he squats down by the fire, and he begins to use this a language, but he speaks to the elements of rocks. He speaks to the element of the earth, and he spoke to the element of water. And in this experience, I saw how his words, the way he spoke, that it affected these elements. And as I continued in this experience, he said, as you see, language, we have developed language as a tool like we have for a rope for hunting. He said, but the very stupid white man, the stupid white man has taken the rope of language, and instead of using it for hunting, to hunt and help feed their village, instead they go hunting and they bind themselves with the rope while their village starves. He went on to share with me that, he said, and as he shared that, he goes, stupid white man. He went on to share with me, he says, we do not live in our tools. Life lives in life. And he asked me the question, he turned to me, this native elder in this moment, he turned to me and he said, who were you before you could speak? And you are still that. And that really struck me. Who was I before I could speak? And I am still that. He said language is a tool of the experiencer. It's a tool of the experiencer. And what we've done is, he went on to say, he said, to worship at the tool, like language, instead of honoring life, is the same as to worship inside your lawnmower. It's a tool, all the same. It's a lawnmower. He said lawnmowers can be useful to life. Words can be useful to life. But life lives only in life. And when you try to live in the Word, you are trying to take life and squeeze it inside a tool. He says, you are life. You are not a tool. In wisdom, you can learn how to use tools that serve you and serves the world. But life gives unto life, and life lives in life. So what gender are you? That seems like a hot topic. What are you? See, the thing is whatever I say, if I say a male, if I say a female, these are all domains of language. What you are is what you are. And we try to tangle ourselves in all these different knots with language. We're strangling ourselves with our tools. Instead of realizing, if we look at life, life is life. And so what gender are you? Well, whatever you say you are is just a tool. It's just something to describe something. And so when I say I'm a man, I'm only describing something that we as a society has accepted as a man. It's still words do not exist in nature. I do not have an adverb fruit tree outside. Words only live in the branches of our intellect. Our intellect is a tool that we are using, but we are not our intellect. And we live in our intellect as though that is the source of intelligence. My heart beeps about 108,000 times a day without any knowledge of my intellect. That's on an average resting heart rate of 75 beats per minute. If my heart wasn't pumping, my heart doesn't believe itself to pumping, as I shared earlier. The heart doesn't believe itself to pumping. It just pumps from pure knowledge. That is life. Life does that. The intellect would not live. The intellect that we live in could not exist without the function and intelligence of what the heart is already doing. Pumping blood, circulating blood. I haven't gone to cardiovascular school to learn all these different intellectual things. A baby pops out of the womb. It hasn't gone and had all these rich education on how to pump and circulate blood through the body, but yet it does it naturally. Not because it had this intellectual education. It does it because that's what it is. It's life. Life is this pure intelligence. Life is not the intellect. Yes, the intellect is important. This isn't to say to get rid of the intellect. This isn't to say to go get rid of your lawnmower. This isn't to say go get rid of your ropes. In wisdom, they have a place to serve, but they are not the source of life. Life is the source of life, and life continues to give unto life. With the excretion of our bowels, we have the opportunity to give unto life. We have the ability to give unto the earth. With the exhale of our breath, our carbon dioxide has the opportunity to feed a plant as we receive the plant's oxygen. It's a symbiotic relationship. And this is the basic intelligence that we've forgotten. And right now we're being asked to awaken to this. So the time is now. The time is to come back to the center of who we are. The intelligence that causes my heart to pump, that causes my kidneys to function, and I could go with every organ in my body. If my intellect had just 10 minutes to operate my heart, I would die. But yet the intelligence in my body functions all of that. And we've been so lost in the branches of our intellect that we've forgotten that we are tied to an entire tree of life.